Good morning. As I'm recording this, it's May 15th, 2025. One of my days off in the park, and unfortunately Joanne couldn't join me today, so this is a solo trip. I know she'd be really interested in doing this. We're out here to get up to Saddle Mountains up top, but first I'm at what's left of a ghost town. Not much is around, but it's the town of Corfu. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. About the only thing that's left is the old schoolhouse foundation. There are a few scattered things up behind me. Those back there, the Saddle Mountain range, it goes all the way down. We'll see if we can get up there. There's a couple different access points, some very interesting things up there, and some geocaches I really want to get to. But yeah, let's take a look around at the old schoolhouse foundation, what's left, and go on from there. Let's check it out. All right, well, here's what's left of the old schoolhouse foundation. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of trash. People come up here to do whatever they got to do. Probably could use a good cleaning. It's not really a protected site, so I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of trash, but not a whole lot around here. I don't have a bunch memorized of the history of this place, but I will find a link. I actually saw a video, another YouTuber, I believe it was, that came down here, and I was like, oh, I know where that location is. I've never been there. But walk around here. Water's up a little high from Crab Creek. A bit of flooding going on. Around this is, I would guess, the cellar. What it seems like to me. Old, I don't really know. You could see, obviously that was purposely there, not broken. So, not sure. But come around this way here. A little bit of brick pieces left. This must have been collected up and used elsewhere. Who knows? But not a whole lot, but still interesting enough that this was a thriving area at one point. I mean, it's a beautiful view. You do have railroad tracks right there. From the little bit I can remember on the video, that is why this is here. But interesting. So the Saddle Mountains, there's got a lot of history to them. As also, we're going to see, I don't know, there's a road that zigzags up there. We'll see if my vehicle can handle it. I may have to go down further that way. There's a different road that goes up, but we'll see. But anyways, I thought this would be an interesting little stop. Kind of neat to see it in person. Imagine what it was like here. Kids coming to school and all that. Well, let's move on. Well, that route was a no-go for this vehicle, for sure. Pickup truck, yeah, probably. It'd be a rough ride. It was really rocky. On another promising road here. I mean, it looks, obviously not that way, but it goes up and around. We'll see what happens. It may turn really bad like the other one. But let's give her a shot. Well, so far so good. I mean, this is a good gravel road. There's no problems with this. So we'll see. We may have found the correct route. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, as you can tell. All right, let's keep going. Well, bummer. This road went into some farmland, and there's a turn right at a gate. Yeah, no, that's not with this car. Maybe with like a motorcycle or something, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get up to the mountains. I got to go to Royal City. I got to get some fuel. There may be a way up around the other side of the mountains to the top. I don't know. My internet's a little sketchy right now with cell coverage. I'm going to Royal City, and I got to get some creamer for coffee anyways, and we'll take a look when I get cell coverage that's better and make a decision from there. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm back on the main road, Crab Creek Road. As you can see, it's a really good gravel road. Royal City is off over that way. Not too far. We'll go there, get some fuel, get some coffee creamer. I called the boss, meaning my wife, and saying that both routes up here were no-go to the top. That after I get fuel and all that, I'm going to drive around the other side and see if I can get up to the top of the Saddle Mountain somehow. We'll figure it out. That's part of this whole deal of exploring. Sometimes it just ain't going to happen. And who knows? Maybe it takes you to somewhere else you never thought of. So we'll get back to you when we get those chores done, some fuel, so we don't have to do some walking, and see what we see. Well, I did find a different way up to the Saddle Mountains. We're not near the location that I wanted to. We're further west. Not at the top yet. We might see about getting up to the top. We're close to the Columbia River, and we're doing what's called an earth cache, which is a geological, and it's about the petrified wood. There is a lot of petrified wood in this area. Not too far from here is the Ginkgo Forest, which is a state park, and that has quite a few displays of large petrified wood. But as you can see here, there's some diggings, and I've already come over here and dug a little bit. Let me see if I can find where I was. Watch my footing. I believe I was over here a bit further. Lots of different tailings and everything from people trying to find some petrified wood, but that over there, that's Mattawa, Washington. You can probably see the Columbia River. Let me zoom in here. That's the Columbia River over there. Lots of farmland. Anyways, let's go back and see here. Where was I at? Oh, I was over here. Whoa. Loose rock, watch out. Yeah, here we go. Here's where I was. Oh, some pieces possibly right there, but I'm pretty sure I'm not a big rock hound. But the pieces I found, see if I can get this zoomed in, get in the sun. Got that right there. Get some wiped off a little. Pretty sure that's petrified wood. Got some other pieces here. This one here. Get a little saliva on there. Pretty cool. So all I was doing, sitting here, just kind of digging in here. Let me zoom back out. Just kind of dig around. I didn't bring a shovel, but someone left this nice little pry bar, basically. But I was just digging in here, and that's where I found what I believe was petrified wood, because there is a bunch around here mixed in with all kinds of other rocks. That might be, but yeah, pretty interesting. So just a beautiful view. I'm gonna grab my rocks. It is okay to do that here. It is allowed, and we'll go see if we can get a view from up top. Fun location though. Back at the car, I had some water. Pretty cool. How awesome. That is so cool. So there was a geocache placed up here. It was actually placed on my birthday this year too, and no one has found this. Me, I found it. First to find. This is so cool. Let me turn this camera around. And there we go. First to find, 5:14 at 10:40 a.m. TC Life, the Truck Camper Life. It was a container like this. This is the first to find prize this owner placed in here. It's a smartwatch, and I don't wear watches, but you know what? I just might, seeing as how I got one. And it was, let me back up a little bit. It was placed in the rocks down in there. So cool. So cool. Let's get a little view of here. So that's the Columbia River. All that is covers over fruit trees and all that. That's what all the white things are. And come around. That's Beverly Bridge. And then that should be Wanapum Dam down there. This bridge now you can walk across, and hopefully Joanne can come with me so we can walk across that bridge together. And there's the dam. Vantage Bridge, I-90. You can barely, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there it is. It's so far away. See all the traffic? That's I-90, where it crosses the Columbia. And you got Vantage right there. But very cool. Very cool. I have not come across any rattlesnakes. That's a blessing. And just the rock formations and everything are so cool up here. Wow, that's so cool. I got a first to find on a cache. I don't generally try for those. When I pulled up and saw the cache was here, I was like, no one's logged a first to find. That's crazy. And it's placed on my birthday. Even better. But yeah, so cool. But just pretty. What a pretty day too. You know, it's out here in the desert, and it won't be long. It'll be so hot out here. It's just ridiculous. You can go further over. There's lots of roads you can go on. But I'm going to call it a day. Head back to camp. It's going to take a little bit to get back down. The road is really rocky. It's not bad. Most of it's single track. So if you come across someone, you both got to figure out who's backing up to where. But couldn't do this with just any car. You do have to have some high clearance. You know, mine's an SUV. It's a Mercedes GLK 350. It's, you know, it's not a jacked up car or anything, but it's not like our little Hyundai that we gave our son. That would be way too low clearance. But yeah, so not a bad road. There's a few more geocaches up here, but again, I'm going to call it an end here and return to camp and go from there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of broke up. Didn't get to go to all the places I wanted to, but again, it must be destiny. I'm supposed to have come here and find the cache instead of going and doing what we were gonna do. But what a beautiful day. I am ready to get to trees and all that. We got about 2 more weeks here at Pothole State Park where we're camp hosting. We leave on the 28th, and then we're going to go be a campground guest at a couple different state parks, and I will show that in future videos. Again, if you like this video, give me a like. You can subscribe. It's free. It does help me out. Lets me know what content is you guys are enjoying. I know I'm not the best creator, but I have fun doing this. All right, guys, take care.